So I'm going to be talking about how to break even, right? So breaking even, I mean, taking partial profit and setting break even. So just like the name implies, partial profit means you are taking half of your profit off the market. Just like probably, whenever a trade is being given, you have different TPs. TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5, up to TP6 sometimes. Now, assuming out of those TPs, right, once you enter the market and your own desired TP is TP3, or your own desired TP is TP4, or your desired TP is TP2. Now, it is advisable that whenever your trade has moved in profits, because you were expecting TP3 as your TP, or you're expecting TP4 as your TP, if TP1 smashes, your own trade will not close. Why? You want your price to get to the price of TP3 before your trade automatically closes by itself. So which means if TP1 hits and the person that gave that signal said, oh, TP1 hits, your trade will not close. If the person says, oh, TP2 hits, your trade will not close because you are still expecting TP3. Now, it is advisable that if your trade hits TP1 and 2, it's advisable for you to take partial profit and set break even, right? That means you take half of the profit. That means if you're currently on a profit of $20, right? You take half of that profit. You can take $10 out of the market, let it be added to your balance, then leave the remaining $10 to go and eat your desired TP, which is TP3. I'm going to show you how to do that so you understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to be using this demo account for the purpose of this explanation. Now, before you can take partial profits, just like I said, partial profit means taking half. You are taking half. Before you can take partial profits, you need to be using the lot sizes of 0.02 upward, right? You can't take partial profits with 0.01 because there is no half. Like you cannot take half of 0.01. You can only take half of 0.02. You can take half of 0.03, 0.04 upward. So from 0.02 upward is how you can take partial profits, right? For break even, you can only break even with 0.01. You cannot take partial profits, right? So I'm going to explain what I mean so you won't get confused. Now, focus your attention on this last trade idea, this gold, this last one, this 0.02. Focus your attention on it, right? This last one here. You see that currently this trade is on $88 profits. This trade is currently on $88 profit and I'm using 0.02 now. Because I am still waiting for this trade to hit my desired TP. This trade has not gotten to the TP I want it to get to. But probably I was already hearing, oh, TP1 smash, TP2 smash. Maybe I'm waiting for TP5, right? But TP1, TP2 smash, my trade did not close because I'm expecting my trade to close at TP5. No, it is advisable for me to take half of this $88, which is $44, right? So this is what I'm going to do. If you want to take partial profit on your running trade, then you simply swipe swipe your screen to the right. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Swipe your screen to the right. You see that second icon that looks like a book and there is a tick. This second icon, not the first icon. Once you swipe, the second icon is what you want to click on. So once you click on that second icon, you reduce your lot size from 0.02 to 0.01. Why? Because you want to take half. You are not closing the trade, you just want to take half of your profits. Now, if it is on 0.02, you can see it's currently at 88.90, right? Now, if I reduce the lot size to 0.01, it is telling me now that this trade will close me with profit of 44.9 or 43, whatever. You guys can see what I'm doing clearly. When it was on 0.02, the entire profit is $87. But if I now reduce, because I want to take half, I want to take half of my profit. So I will reduce from 0.02 to 0.01. Then I'm going to close. Now, once you close it, your trade itself will not close. It will only take that $40 and add it to your balance, to your current balance, right? Look at it now. It has removed 0.01 out of my profit and I'm left with $44 profit. Now, this remaining trade that is running, you will leave it to go and eat your desired TP. If you're expecting your trade to hit TP3, but because you've once TP1 and 2 smash, you take half of the profit you are currently seeing on that particular trade, right? And you leave the remaining to go and hit TP3. So in case even after you have taken partial profit and the market decided to reverse, but because you've already taken half of the profits, you won't be paying that up because you've taken half of that $88. Now imagine you were on $88, right? And you leave everything. You're expecting it to hit TP3 or TP4 or TP5. And they tell you, oh, TP1 smash, TP2 smash, oh, right? Sometimes if the people that get the signal, they will always tell you, take partial profit and set break even, right? So whenever they say that, you are advised to go and do that immediately so that even if the trade reverses, at least you've taken half of your profit. Now, after you take partial profits, you now set break even. Setting break even is just a method of locking your profit. This is what I mean. After you've taken that $44 profits, you still have to lock it. You have to lock it so that even if the trade decides to go and hit your stop loss, you've already safeguard your profits that you've taken. And setting break even simply means you change your stop loss. For me, you can either change your stop loss to your entry price or you change your stop loss to your TP1 or 2, depending on you. Now, for me, whenever my trade hits TP2, because I mostly impute TP3 as my TP. So whenever my trade hits TP2 and I take partial profit like this, I'll go and change my stop loss. I'll change my stop loss to TP1. You can change your stop loss and put the price of TP2 as your stop loss so that even if the trade wants to reverse, once it gets to that TP2 price or TP1 price, it will close you. It will just close automatically. You will not lose any other thing. But the profits that you've taken away will still be in your trading account, right? I'm not trying to confuse anybody here. Break even means you lock your profits. Now, if just like I said, you cannot take partial profit with 0.01. But if you are using 0.02, after you've taken partial profits, just like I did, you are still expected to set break even. Now, if you are using 0.01, you cannot use 0.02 probably on your account. The only thing you can do is set break even, which means if you were waiting for TP3 to hit, and you're already hearing on the group that TP1 hits, TP2 hits, you know your trade will not close because you're still expecting TP3. So after TP1 hits, TP2 hits, and the person that gave the signal says, guys, set break even, take partial profits. All you have to do is just go and modify your stop loss. You literally just swipe. The same goes for you that you've taken partial profit already. This process I'm about to do. After you've taken your partial profit on this trade, right? You just swipe. After you've taken partial profit, you swipe and you click on that icon that looks like a pencil. That is where you modify your stop loss. Click on that third icon that looks like a pencil, right? You know you already had a stop loss here before, the stop loss that was given at the beginning of this trade. Now you will go and change that stop loss. You will go and change that stop loss. And I'm going to put the TP1 of the trade. Assuming I am on this trade, let's buy gold now. Probably I'm already on this trade. And I'm already hearing, hey, TP1 hit, TP2 hit. Oh. Because me, I'm waiting for TP3 or TP4 to hit before the trade closes me. Now, after TP1 and 2 hits, and the person that gave this trade said I should take partial profit and set break even. After I have taken my partial profit, just like I did, then I'll go back again and modify my stop loss, right? I'm going to put TP2. This TP2 price, I'll put it as my stop loss, 27.89. And you click on modify. For break even, you're only concerned about your stop loss. You don't have any business with it. Take profits. So after you've added, you are going to remove the previous stop loss that was there and impute TP2. Then you click on modify. So once you click on modify, you have successfully locked your trade. So even if the market wants to reverse, once it gets to that TP2 price, it will close you out. It will just close you automatically. You're not going to lose any more money, right? There are some people that they use their TP1 as their SL, whatever works for you, right? So for trade ideas like this, when they tell you, oh, take partial profit and set break even, This is what it means. For people using 0.02, after you first take partials. Like I'm going to swipe. I'm currently on $94 on this second trade idea. I'm using this one. I'll swipe the second icon, that second icon that looks like a book and there's a tick in front of it. I'm going to click it. Then I'm simply going to reduce my lot size from 0.02 to 0.01. When it was on 0.02, I'm on $95 profit. But if I reduce it to 0.01, I'm currently on $47 profit and I'm going to close it. So once I close it, that $47 will be added to my current balance, right? Now I am left with $47 in the market, with $47 running, still running, because I want my trade to get to TP3 or whatever TP you want your trade to get to. Then after that, don't forget to set break even. Setting break even means you swipe again, and this time you are using that icon that looks like a pencil, the third icon. You click on it like this, then you change your stop loss, you modify it. You can put your TP1 as your new stop loss, right? Or put your TP2, right? So you can use TP1, 2787, 2787, then you modify. So once you modify, you've successfully locked your trade, right? It is straightforward like that. Then you that you're using 0.01, assuming I'm using 0.01 now, and I'm currently on profit of $47. Don't forget, before you take partial profit, before you set break even, hold on for your trades to move in profits very well. Because I know a lot of people make this mistake whenever they enter a trade like this. I have a mentee that has done that mistake several times. Whenever he enters a trade and trades just move probably 10 pips into profit, he will go and set break even. So when that trade will reverse and it will close him out. That is not how to set break even. You need to hold on for your trades to breathe. Wait for your trade to hit TP1 or TP2. Wait for your trade to hit TP1, TP2. Then you go and take partials. Right? Take partials. Hold on for your trade to breathe. Enter profits. If you're waiting for TP4, wait for TP2 to hit. Once TP2 hits, then that's when you go and take partial profits and you set break even. If you are the one that uses 0.01, you cannot use 0.02 on your account. Focus your attention. The only thing you have to do is to set break even, which means simply just swipe your trade like this, the trade that you want to set break even for. After a year TP2 ito and you are expecting TP4 or TP3, just swipe your trade and click on that third icon that looks like a pencil. Then you change your stop loss and put the price of TP1, 2785. 2785, and you modify. That's all. You've successfully taken don't break even. So it's actually it's not hard at all. It's very, very straightforward. So while we are on your demo account, make sure you are practicing with it so that you know how to do it very well before you go on your live account, right? So always practice it with your demo account. So when you go live, it won't look new. Or whenever they tell you book is the same as take partial profit and set break even, right? Whenever you hear book or set break even, take partial profits, Pluto's will use the word book. Pluto's is simply saying take partial profit and set break even. But on the WhatsApp group chat, you will just hear guys set break even or take partial profits. So any of the two, this is what you are being told to do, right? So it's literally as simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. That's all about how to take partial profit and set break even. But if you still have any other questions, you can reach out to me and I'm going to like explain more.